Hello guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor. I am Sanjay. We are learning Laravel 8 framework tutorial. This is our partner 44. Inside this video, we will discuss about localization in Laravel 8. So if you go to the next tab, so let's say that we have a website 1 and a website 2. Inside this first website, we have all the contents available in English language. But in case of website 2, we have the contents available in English, Spanish as well as in Arabic language. Just think about this website 1. If this website 1 will open inside Spanish countries, Arabic countries, then I don't think so that website 1 is too much comfortable, because its content is only available in English language. There is no language selector. But in case of website 2, if you open this website 2 in English countries, then it is comfortable. If you open this website in Spanish countries, again it is comfortable. If you open this website in Arabic countries, again it is too much comfortable. So what simply localization means? So localization simply means presenting or creating contents in different language. So inside this video, we will discuss that how can we convert a content into different languages in Laravel 8. So if I back to editor, let's say that we are going to create a controller and we are going to bind a view. Inside that template file, we have a content and we will change according to our language code. So if I back to terminal, let's create a controller first. So PHP artisan make, let's say, controller, and we are going to create, let's say, service controller. So controller created successfully. Back to editor, reload this directory structure. So if we go inside this app, http controllers, and here we have a service controller. So inside this service controller, let's create a simple method which is going to present a view file. So let's say public function, and if we write the method name equal to service, let's return view, and inside this view we are going to actually call a view file. So first we need to create that. So keep in mind, to create our bleed templates file, we need to go resources, views folder, and inside this views folder we need to create a file called service.bleed.php. So create a new file, let's service.bleed.php. So inside this, for now let's write a simple content, that is welcome to service page. So to open this layout into browser, we want to create a route. So to create routes, go to routes folder, web.php, and first of all we need to import our controller here. So use, let's say, service controller. It is service controller, and after that we need to create a route. So let's say route get method, and we are going to, let's say, call a service route, and to bind with the method we are going to use our service controller. So here we have service controller, it's a class, and inside this class we have a service method. So if we save all these changes, back to browser, and if we open, let's say, service, and we have to actually start our development server. So PHP artisan serve, pressing enter, go and load this page. Now as we can see that we have a static message, that is welcome to service page, and this is in English language. Back to editor. So first of all, if we go here, let's say English, let's say Spanish, we want to convert this English language into Spanish content. So go here inside this Google Translator, pasting our content inside this English, and this is now converted into Spanish language. So if I copy the content, so let's copy the content back to a slide, go here, And let's say that simply we have a page message as a key, and in Spanish language this is the content, but in case of English language this is our content. So what I will do, let's say page underscore message. This is the same message but in English language. So how can we tell our website that this message should present when the website in Spanish language? And how can we present this language when our website is in English language? So how can we tell? Back to editor. If we go inside this config folder, right here after this app, bootstrap, here we have config folder, and inside this app.php, if we go here and search for locale, so inside this locale key we have a en keyword. So by default inside this Laravel, en indicates that our website is in English language. Let's say that if our website is in Spanish language, so for that what we have to do, simply go inside this resources folder. We have a lang folder, so inside this lang folder we need to create a folder. So inside this lang folder we are creating a folder with the keyword called es. Here es represents our website is in Spanish language. So inside this es, what I will do, simply create a file, let's say message.php, and here inside this message.php let's return creating an array, and inside this array let's say page underscore message, and if we go inside the slide, copy the content what we had converted and pasting it here. So what we had done, simply go here inside this resources lang folder, created a new folder with the new keyword called es. This is for Spanish language, and inside this folder we have created a file, and inside this message.php simply we had written a PHP code which is returning an array. Here we have the index, let's say key, and a value. So what we have to do next, go inside the service.play.php, and keep in mind right now we have our website inside English language, but to make it is in Spanish language, simply write es. It indicates now we have set the default locale into es, which is going to indicate all we need to use all about Spanish language. So here we have a key and we are going to use this key. So back to service.play.php, get rid of this message because this is in English, placing our two curly pairs to print value. Inside here we are using double underscore parenthesis, and inside this we are going to use message. This is the file name. So here we have the message, and from this message file we have the key called page message. So if I copy the key, go and pasting it here. So if we save all these changes, back to browser, reload this page, now as we can see that our simple content what we had seen in English language, now this content was changed and it is in Spanish language. So what are the steps? Simply, if we want our website is in Spanish language, simply we need to convert our default locale from en to any of the language code. With this code, we need to create a folder inside this resources lang folder, and inside this code we have a file you can create with any name. So I have created with message.php, and inside this message.php we have a key and a value. And simply to use this key and value pairs, simply we have accessed with the help of message. This is all about the file name, and this is the key what we had written. So let's say that we want to set dynamically this default locale of application. So to set dynamic locale, what we will do, back to web.php, let's say we have here service. So before service we are going to pass our locale. So let's say locale, and simply go inside the service controller, go inside the service controller, and inside this service controller we are going to pass our locale, and here inside this we are going to use our app class instance. So let's say app. So before that we need to import this app facade. So inside this app we are going to use a method called setLocale. So inside this setLocale we need to pass our locale here. So simply, before using this service route, we need to pass our language code. After passing this language code, we are fetching inside this controller and setting inside our application. So right now we have two locale codes. As we can see inside this lang, we have en and es folder. So if we go inside this en folder, let's create a file called message.php. Go here inside this message.php of es, copy all the contents, go here inside this en, pasting it here, but in case of page message, we have the same message, welcome to service page. I am replacing all the contents with this Spanish language. So let's say that if we go here, reload this page, it will not work because before this service we need to pass our locale code. So go here, let's say that I am passing en/service. It means that it is going to set our application locale code as en. After setting this en locale code, it is going to pick, or inside this service.blade.php, it is going to fetch this message.php from en folder. Go inside the resources, lang and en. So from en folder, it is find all about this message.php, and from this message.php, it is going to pick this page_message key. So if we go and reload this page, as we can see, welcome to service page. But once we change this locale code to en, let's es, now it is going to set our application locale code as es. So after finding this locale code, it will go inside this lang folder. Again it will go and search for this es, picks all about for this message as message.php, and from this message.php it is going to pick this key value pair. So simply, if we go and reload this page, now we are seeing the same message into Spanish language. So according to our need, we can make or we can create our website in different languages. So simply, we need to create folders inside this lang folder of our locale code, and after getting our locale code, we need to simply give all the keys inside this message.php. So right now, as we had seen that we have converted our site content into two different languages. Let's say now we want to use another language as Hindi. So go inside this lang folder. Let's create a folder with hi is a keyword. If you go inside this and let's say that English to Hindi, and what I will do, simply copy this welcome to service page, pasting it here, and here we have the Hindi language. So copy that, go here, and simply for our Hindi locale, this will be our key and this is the message. So if I back to editor, go inside this hi folder, and inside this hi folder we need to create a file called message.php because to render content inside this service.blade.php we need a message.php file, and inside this message.php we want page message as a key. So what I will do, simply copy all the contents from this es folder, pasting inside this hi folder inside this message.php, but instead of this Spanish language, what I will do, simply copy the content what we have converted and pasting it here. So if I back to browser, go and reload this page, this is in Spanish language. If I write en, it is in English language, but when we change inside this hi, which is another locale code what we have developed, So if I press enter, now as we can see that it is in different language. So finally, one more thing before closing this video, if you go to this service.blade.php, this is not the single way to convert our things. Instead of that, we have also trans function. So by the help of that, also we can use the key value pairs. So if we save all these changes, go and reload this page, now as we can see we have the same output. And also this is not the second option, we have also the third option. And in case of third option, get rid of this double curly pairs and we are going to use a lang directive. Inside this lang directive, simply we need to pass this message. It indicates message.php and it simply indicates the key what we had written inside that. So if we save, go and reload this page, now as we can see we have the same output. So this is in Hindi. If we go and change into EN, which indicates English, and we have the all messages in English language. So right now we have now all the concept, that is what is localization, what is the basic need of localization, how we do, and what are the steps actually behind the scene, how can we do localization in Laravel 8. If you are interested to read any blog article over localization, so back to browser, go here inside this blogging website onlinewebtutorblog.com, and inside this blogging website we have an article over that is how to create a multi-language website in Laravel 8. So also you will find all about theoretical concept inside this blog article, otherwise we had seen all the deep concept inside this video. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.